Good morning, class. This is Nighat Vadud here, and we are going to study the human digestive system. Right? We all know that we eat food, right? We all have to eat food to get energy so that we can do our work properly. So, human digestive system. The word digestive, this word digestive comes from the word digestion. And what does this word mean? This digestion, what is this digestion? It is the breakdown of biomacromolecules, right? It is the breakdown of biomacromolecules into the small into the small absorbable units. Clear? So what does it mean? The breakdown of biomacromolecules. First of all, we will have to understand that what is a biomacromolecule. So biomacromolecule means a large molecule. For example, we eat food, right? What do we eat in our food? The first food we can say carbohydrate. Carbohydrate. You all know that we eat chapati, right? We all eat chapati, or we all eat rice. We eat rice or we eat chapati. So this food contains carbohydrate. The second food which we eat is protein. We eat pulses. We all eat pulses. It contains protein. Third, fats. We eat ghee or butter. It consists of fats. Fourth one is vitamins, right? And the fifth one is minerals. So these are the components of food which we eat in our diet, and these food are called as biomacromolecules. But we can't digest these biomacromolecules as it is. So first of all, we have to break down this biomacromolecule into the simpler absorbable molecules. Simpler absorbable molecules means which can be easily absorbed in blood through our small intestine, right? So what we do, we eat rice or we eat chapati, right? So when we eat chapati, when this chapati goes into our stomach, this carbohydrate gets converted into glucose, right? In our stomach and in our small intestine, this carbohydrate gets converted into, or this carbohydrate is broken down into glucose. Then this glucose is absorbed into the blood through our small intestine. So finally this glucose is a small absorbable unit now, which is absorbed into the blood. Then this glucose from the blood goes to the cell, and after oxidation of this glucose we get energy, right? Clear? So similarly there are proteins. When we eat pulses, so in our stomach these proteins are broken down into amino acids. These are broken down into amino acids, and these amino acids can be absorbed into blood, whereas proteins cannot be absorbed into blood. So we have to break down first proteins into the amino acids, then this amino acid is absorbed into the blood through our small intestine. So these are biomacromolecules. So the breakdown of biomacromolecules into small absorbable units is known as digestion. And this human digestive system, this digestive word comes from this digestion only. Clear? Now, as we know, we are complex multicellular organisms, and our digestive system consists of two parts. So what does it consist of? It consists of two parts. The first one is this one, alimentary canal. The first part is alimentary canal, and the second part is accessory organs, or we can say associated glands. Accessory organs, accessory, what does this word mean? Accessory means helpful, which helps in the digestion, right? So the first part of human digestive system is alimentary canal, and the second part is accessory organs or associated glands. So what is alimentary canal? As we all know that we ingest food, right? We take the food with our hand, we put that food into our mouth. That is called ingestion. What is it? Ingestion. So we take the food, right? The food is ingested through our mouth, it goes to stomach, it is digested or it is broken down into the small absorbable units, then it absorbed into the blood, and the undigested food particle or the undigested waste particle is excreted out through the anus, right? So alimentary canal, what is it? This alimentary canal is a long hollow tube like structure. It is a long hollow tube like structure, and its length is approximately 9 meter. So you can imagine that if we look at a human, or if we look at our height, right? As we know that I am an adult, okay, and you are a child, right? So if we look at our height, so this is the mouth, right? This alimentary canal starts from mouth somewhere here, and it ends at the anus somewhere here. So our height is not as 9 meter. So how can this alimentary canal be accommodated in us? How? Yes, it is possible. How it is possible? There are some coiling parts. For example, this is the mouth, right? This is the mouth. Then this is the buccal cavity. Then it is followed by pharynx. Then it is followed by esophagus. Then stomach. Then small intestine. This small intestine is followed by large intestine. Now look at this structure, small intestine. It is not a long tube, but this tube is coiled, and it is too much coiled, right? There is too much, there is extensive coiling. So it is very long, approx 9 meter. So in this way it is accommodated, right? So if we look at the alimentary canal, so this is our mouth, right? This is our mouth here, and this mouth is surrounded by lips, right? We all have lips and we all have mouth, and our mouth is surrounded by lips. If we enter into our mouth, so there is a cavity, right? It is an open space, it is an open space. So this is called as buccal cavity, or we can call it oral cavity or mouth cavity. This is buccal cavity, right? And this buccal cavity contains saliva, right? Cheeks, our gums, right? Then this buccal cavity is followed by this one. This buccal cavity is followed by pharynx. This is known as pharynx. This is our mouth, and this is our buccal cavity. Then this pharynx is followed by esophagus. What is it? Esophagus is the food pipe. This is esophagus. This is esophagus. When we ingest food, the food goes to the pharynx, then the food goes into the esophagus. This esophagus is 25 centimeter long tube, right? There are rhythmic contractions and relaxations in its wall. The wall of esophagus contains mucous membrane and smooth muscles. So what happens in its smooth muscles? There is rhythmic contractions and relaxations. Rhythmic contraction and relaxation means it is a series of wave of contractions and relaxations which propel the food, for example, this is the food particle, it which propels the food forward into the stomach, right? If there is no rhythmic contraction and relaxation, then